So about 2 weeks ago, one of my YouTube followers dropped me a message on Facebook asking me would I like to buy 6 tents of the OEX range for £100. And as a great lover of tent camping, I thought I'd be stupid to say no. So I paid the £100, I received the 6 tents, and today we're going to be out, we're going to be looking at the conditions to see if they're still suitable for tent camping. They've been stored in his loft for a few years now. Now I've opened none of the tents. On top here you can see the OEX Phoxx one. I've already got that one like this, so I'll talk a little bit more about that in the video. There's the Lynx 2, I've already got that one, but from what I've seen this morning, I think there's more than just one Lynx 2. I think there's about 2 of them, so that's something we're going to have a look at. But there's one tent what I've always wanted, and when I've not had the money, it's turned up on Facebook Market or I won't say YouTube then, or eBay, and I've just not had the money to buy it. So I'm very excited to get that tent out. It's the OEX tent what I've always wanted to buy, but like I say, at the time I've just not had the money. And there's another tent in here what I did have. I was a little bit stupid because I lent it to a mate and then he told me, you know, it got ruined, so I lost the tent. I was a little bit gutted about that. So that one is in here as well. Now I did get a pre-look when he sent me the message. He sent me some pictures. I did put them on my OEX Facebook group. I'll link that below. If you're an OEX user and you love the equipment, you can join that Facebook group. A lot of people chat about the equipment on there. Now one of the tents did come without a stuff sack or the bag that it comes in, so it's pretty loose, so we just have to put that there. Now I'll show you the labels on the tent in a second. So this one is the Lynx 2. This is the inner, the fly sheet. Yeah, they're being used, you can tell. They're a little bit dirty, so a little bit of care is going to be needed here. So I am hoping these are the pole for it. Then some pegs as well. So that's one of the Lynxes. I'll put that one at the side for now. So once again, there's another Lynx 2 tent here. OEX Evolution Lynx 2 full set, so the poles, the pegs, in it and out of there. So there's 2 of the Lynx tents. There's another set of poles there. And here is another Lynx 2. So there's 3 of the Lynxes. This tent is the one that I always wanted to buy, but like I said at the beginning of the video, when it was available, I didn't have the money. And just this tent alone is worth the £100. I may have just paid £100 for this one if you would have asked me. It's the OEX Cougar 2 tent full set. Now the bag is tore a little bit there where it's been getting in and out. I'm not bothered about the bags being tore, it's the tents that are more important. Now what I will have to do with all these are get them out, set up in garden one at a time, wash them, refab seal them, and just make them waterproof. Probably change the pegs a little bit because some of the pegs are slightly damaged as well. We'll have a look what the fly sheets and the inner conditions are as we set the tent up. But this tent is the one that I've been wanting for a long time, and I am very happy. When I put this on my Facebook group, the OEX one, people were inboxing me asking me can they buy this tent off me. It's very, very hard to get hold of. So what I'm doing is I'm just going to go around and put most of the tents up. I'm not going to show it on camera me setting every one of them up because there's no point of that. So I'll get most of them set up, then I'll bring you back. So just at the bottom of the door there's an hole in the fly sheet. I wouldn't say it's a major problem because of the location that it's at really, but a little bit of a tent patch can cover that over really well. If it were going to leak, the worst it'd do is run down the tent and then probably drip onto the floor round about there. So this is another Lynx 2. So once again, I'll get all this set up, then I'll bring you back, and if there's any problems as I go along, I'll show you it then. But just remember, £100 works out to be £16.66p each. That's not too bad. What does a patch cost? You can pick them up for £3-4 off Amazon, cover it over, it'd be absolutely perfect. Right, let's set this tent up. You know, I was just setting this tent up and something don't add up right, okay? Now do give me your thoughts in the comments, please. Be very interested to know other people's opinions on it. The fella says he had these tents, he's just dumped them in his loft. A couple of years, cleaned his loft out and he's come across them again. Why would you have 3 of the same tents? That is quite playing on my mind now. I'm not bothered about it, you know, because I've gained and other people are going to gain as well from this video. But I'm just wondering why he got 3 of the same tents. Any thoughts about it? Do comment below and let me know. So tent 2 seems to have a little bit of discoloration going on here, and top of the door flap is ripped. Starting to see a bit of a pattern here, aren't we? Once again I can stitch it. You know what I'm thinking? Every one of these tents is going to have a problem with them, because the first 2 there's damage. I'm halfway putting the third one up and already I'm wondering, is there something wrong with this one as well? I'm not looking forward, because I've already said I've got my tent what I've been wanting for a long time. I just hope I don't put that one up and there's anything wrong with it. I've got a feeling there's something wrong with all these tents. There we go. I've just looked at the top of the fly sheet for the zip cover and it's got a rip in it again, exactly the same spot as that one. Here we go, let's have a look. So there is the damaged part on this tent. Put that under the sewing machine, put a patch over it, it'll be alright. This one seems to be in better condition with the cleanness of it all, but like we know, top of the zip cover is tore. So far, 3 of the 6 tents have some damage. The first one is at the bottom of the door near the zip. I can put a patch over that, it's not too bad. These 2 have got damage, as you've seen, on the zip cover. I think I can put glue a little patch over that. I don't think it'll be too much of a problem. Now I'm going to set up the Phoxx 1. Now I'm going to say the Phoxx 1 doesn't look like it's been taken out of the bag at all, but who knows? Because to me it still looks in brilliant condition. And then we'll set the Phoxx 1 up and then we'll go for the Cougar 2. My dream tent, let's say. I just hope there's naught wrong with that one. Let's get this one set up. So far, the Phoxx 1 seems to be brand new. It's too clean. There's no little bits of bits on the inside where people have been getting in and out, no leaves and stuff. The material looks spanking clean. The fly sheet looks like it has not been opened up fully yet, but let's see what happens. Let's finish putting this tent up, then I'll bring you back. So just like I thought, this Phoxx 1 tent is brand new, nothing wrong with it at all. I could tell it was new just by the way it was wrapped around the peg bag and the pole bag. It is a brand new tent, so far 1 out of 4, not wrong with it. The other ones have to be repaired. So there you go, this is the second tent, there's nothing wrong with it. There was something I just seen here, a little cap for something. So someone has used this tent before, but there's no issue with it, it's absolutely perfect. I'm happy to get this tent back. Like I say, I lent it to a friend, it got damaged, I never received it back. So I'm pretty happy I've got this one and it works perfect. No holes, nothing like that. Just in this one and the other Lynx one there, that's the £100 back already. So the other 3 tents, once I repair them, I've made some good profit on these, but I'm not going to sell them. The ones I don't want, I'm not going to sell them. I'll tell you a bit more about that when I set the dream tent up. Right, so let's do this. Let's have a look at the Cougar 2. I hope this tent is alright. This is the one tent what I'm excited to get, plus the Phoxx one V2. Let's go for it. Let's set it up and I'll bring you back as soon as I notice any damage. But first of all, top of the bag here, it is damaged. You see it there where it's been ripped. So that don't matter. I can stick this in a stuff sack, label it up what's inside the bag itself, and everything could be alright. I do have doubts, but these were left in somebody's loft. I really do. I have massive doubts about that. But let's see how this tent goes. So far this tent looks absolutely awesome. Look how the way it looks. You've got 3 poles and it pulls up the inside, so you've got all that room for at least 2 people. This is a massive 2-person tent. You can have 1 bag in the festival area and 1 at the bottom where it goes to a point to pull the tent out. But if you're just 1 person, your rucksack, wow, a load of room inside this tent. And I tell you what, I bet it's beautiful camping out in this one at the summertime, summertime. But it's just, the tent is different. I've not had it yet, so I am, like I said at the beginning of the video, excited to have this one. Little lantern holder at the top here. A lot of ventilation, so it's definitely not a mid-winter tent. Definitely a 3 seasons. If you have a good ground mat and a decent sleeping bag, I'm sure you'd last in winter time in this one. But winter time, I'd probably go for the Jackal 2, maybe. That's a good winter tent by OEX. So far so good. I've noticed no issues yet. This zip seems a little bit dry. I know that might sound silly. You know, it's a little bit tough to open. I can sort that. There we go. Just tuck that behind there for now. Let's get inside the tent I've always wanted for a long time. So everything looks brilliant apart from one slight thing, but it's not an issue. The inner mesh, you can see it's been snagged a little bit, probably with, you know, like a sleeping bag, you know, where you get the zip and that velcro to put over it. I know this happens, I've done it a few times in a couple of other of my tents. So yeah, there's a few little marks, but this tent came out about 5 years ago maybe by OEX. They don't sell it no more, so I do have to accept it's been well used. I will fab seal it again, make it waterproof, sort all that out. So far my dream tent is pretty good. I've not seen any holes in it unless I do come across them. If I do, when I'm using it on videos, I'm very honest, I'll say, look, this is a problem here. But there's something else what's happened. And I'm going to show you this. So you can see all the tents set up. Phoxx 1, EV, and you got your Phoxx 1 behind it. Lynx 2, Lynx 2, Lynx 2, slight damage to him. And then you've got my dream tent there, what seems to be alright. Might need refab sealing by the looks of it. They're all set up. And then I've still got some poles left over. These do actually seem to be the poles for another Lynx tent by the looks of it, Lynx 2. And these clearly say it anyway. Lynx EV 2 poles. Now here's my thoughts about this, and I do like to be honest in videos. I think the gentleman has brought these as a job lot, let's say, off of eBay, somewhere like that, and I think he sold them on to make himself a few quid. But I'm not too bothered, you know. If he's paid less than 100 and I brought him for £100 off him. The Phoxx One EV, you talked £120 when that come out brand new. You might see it on selling sites now for about £70. The OEX Phoxx One behind it, that goes on sale for £50 that go outdoors, millets and blacks like that. The lynx ones, you can't buy them now, so you're lucky if you get them offline and you get them in good condition, as I've shown there. And they go for about £130 each, depending on the condition. And then you've got the cougar tent there. What, once again, last one what I've seen on eBay went for £130 in good condition. So you can just definitely see there, I've made my money back already, just in the 2 Phoxx ones. So I'm not too bothered. If the gentleman's made a bit of money out of it and didn't test them and get them out of the bags, fair dues. But I do have some spare poles, and we all know that is very important when you use tents in high wind. They can snap. Now these 3 Lynx 2 tents, I'm giving one to Vegan Outdoors, one to a gentleman I talked to on Facebook quite a lot. So I do have one that I will be giving away on the channel. What I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to sort out the rip, sort it out, clean it up, reseal it, and then I'll bring it back to the channel. I did give away the other nature hike tent. I'll do a video on that very soon. The Phoxx One, if I've already got this one, I'll give this one away as a giveaway on the channel as well. The EV one will be staying in my collection. So if you're not yet subscribed to my channel and you like what you've seen, or if you've got any comments about any of this, please do consider hitting the subscribe button here for wild camping and videos like this, hot tent camping. YouTube will select the video here to show you, but for now I've got to take all these down, keep the ones separate what need mending. So like I say, if it's the first time you've seen my channel, please don't consider subscribing. You can watch this. If you're a subscriber, thank you very much. We've hit well over the 50,000 mark now before Christmas. Thank you very much.